Taxes 2022, incorporating the worksheet for qualified dividends and capital gains into a spreadsheet, along with the worksheet for Social Security benefits. I have it going also, and this here side is Form 1040. This is the first page, lines 1 through 15. And I haven't found it worthwhile to do the back side of the 1040, page 2. It's easier to just, once I have the information from the formulas, just go ahead and fill out the back side of page 2 to file the taxes. And all this here prints out on just 2 pieces of paper, so you can have it for reference to mull over. And for me, I'm going to be thinking about next year how to do this. So we're going to start out with our Social Security benefits. This varies based upon other income you have. So we're going to start off with Social Security. I know how much that's going to be. There we are, and you see 0 of it is taxable if that's all you have. So I have a part-time job where I'm trying and make ends meet. $12,382, and you notice down here we have -$2, and look how much our taxable Social Security has jumped up out of the gross. That's quite high. Matter of fact, if I just had $2 of interest, I now have a positive $1 of taxable income. And we'll move on to where our dividend, let's see, I had 1,501. And dividends that can be, you can get one amount of money, let's say $100, and it can be taxable either as qualified dividends or ordinary dividends, depending upon how you file your taxes. It's and then there's other situations beyond what I'm into to where they are separate amounts of money, but for us small folks, we don't have that. So there's our dividend, and the spreadsheet is automatically adding it up, and the qualified dividends is also automatically responding. And our taxable income is now up to $2,252. And Social Security, taxable Social Security has come up. And over here, this is what I've added to where on the 1040 regular form, it's adding the totals up to subtract. Well, over here for my personal information, I'm adding up the total gross amounts, which means the gross of Social Security, so I know what my grosses are. And now we're going to hit our capital gains. Now the stock I sold, they paid me my dividends. I sold it in order to reap the benefits. I've owned it for 30 years. And my profits off of that was $28,128. And watch everything respond now. And now we're up to $53,000 in taxable income. And the taxable Social Security has come up also. And over here it's responding on the worksheet for qualified dividends and capital gains. This responds to line 15. Try and get this straight here. Line 15 of the 1040, page 1. So that's the total there. And then it's going to subtract the capital gains and the qualified dividends. It's going to subtract those so we have our base amount without capital gains, so we can figure out the tax on that. Matter of fact, that's what it does ask for down here on page 1, or table for question 1. use the tax tables in the 1040 instructions in order to figure that out. And then up here is, you must know the taxes from the tables for line 5, which is your taxable income minus your capital gains. So you can figure out what that tax is. And we'll just go ahead and add that in. The tax for line 5 is, I looked that up in the tables in the instructions, is that amount. And it, let me take that out of there so you can see that this is the calculations on what the capital gains is going to be. So we're going to be adding that to what's tax table for line 5. So we'll go back and put line 5, or that back in for the tax on line 5. And then it wants to know from the tax table the amount on all taxable income from line 1. And that's quite a bit of difference, $7,338. And it chooses the smaller one. So doing the capital gains spreadsheet does save us some money. Here are the formulas for the 1040 page 1, lines 1 through 15. I had to expand the column here for the totals in order to get the whole formula in, and for the next formula beside it. And that's the 1040. I haven't done the page 2. When you get to it, it's easier to just do it on the form as you're actually doing your taxes. And here we have the worksheet for the qualified dividends and capital gains formulas. And down here is the worksheet for the Social Security benefits. And the thing that got me to where I could do a spreadsheet is I was browsing around YouTube, and there was contributors who demonstrated different functions and formulas you could do, and one of them was the minimum. And what the minimum is doing is asking for the smaller of two values that you name, line 9 and line 10. And that's what the minimum function does. And the last function down here is a combination of if and the minimum. And like I said, I got this information from other YouTube contributors viewing their files. So they would do a search on spreadsheet if, spreadsheet min, and you'll get better information than what I can provide you.